Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the starting 11 for Everton versus Aston Villa, Goodison Park, 6 o'clock on Thursday. This is the team I would pick for that game. In goal, Jordan Pickford, only because there's no real alternate for me. I don't think you could put Stecklenberg in. João Virginia isn't ready. I know Pickford continues to be the source of criticism for a lot of people. He's annoying a lot of people with his performances, but he's got no real competition for me. So Jordan Pickford in goal. I'm going to go to a back four, a flat back four again. Going to play 4-4-2. So Seamus Coleman continuing at right back, and a left back Lucas Dean. And then in the middle, Michael Keane, and a big welcome back to Mason Holgate. Get him straight back in alongside Keane. Obviously, no Yerry Mina. Otherwise, I think I would have considered playing Holgate in midfield. So I've gone with that as a back four. I think generally Everton, Sunday wasn't the case, but generally Everton have defended quite well since the return to football after lockdown. So that's the back four. The left side of midfield, I'm going to play Anthony Gordon. I think he's been the one shining light really since we've returned. In terms of consistency, he's done well in most games, and I feel as though for me the best way to get at Villa for this game is just attack them. I think we've been too reserved in the way we've played so far. We've tried to accommodate everybody else, and I don't think we should be doing that, not at home and not against a team in the bottom three, albeit they've got something to fight for. It's about Everton, in my opinion, putting our stamp on them and making them have to defend. So Anthony Gordon on the left-hand side for me. On the right-hand side, I want to play Richarlison. He hasn't been great of late, but he hasn't had anything to go after, and he hasn't been able to get in the game. And I just don't think we've got any viable options on the right. Walcott came back at the weekend, but he'd only had a few days training. He only played half a game. So I'm going to play Richarlison on the right for this one. And then in the middle, Andre Gomez, straight back in the side. And alongside him, Benny Beningame. I just don't see how Tom Davies and Gylfi Sigurdsson can play in this one after Sunday's performance. After most of the performances since lockdown, really, neither of them have done anything to warrant a place. And I think the biggest thing you can do when players are playing as poorly as they are is take them out the side. Gomez hasn't, don't get me wrong, Gomez hasn't pulled up any trees either since lockdown, but I still think he's our most comfortable midfield player. He's our best midfield player in possession. Does he need to do more? Absolutely. Absolutely he does. But I still think you've got the chance of him playing better than Sigurdsson and Davies at the minute. I think those two are stinking a place out with their performances. And then alongside him, Benny Beningame. And I know people, I'm going to keep banging the door for him because why shouldn't he get a go? The bar is not exactly set high at the moment with our midfield players. Beningame can get about the pitch. He likes to tackle. Is he long-term answer? Probably not. But why not give him a go? And with Gordon one side and Richarlison the other, then let's try and play in their half, but we'll still have the protection. So that's who I'd go for, just because the midfield was so bad on Sunday that I don't want to see those two as a pairing again. So I've gone with Gomez and Beningame. And then up front, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who again, another one, hasn't really caught fire at all since lockdown, desperate for a goal. But, you know, hopefully he can get on the end of something. Maybe if we actually created chances for him, he might score goals. And alongside them, Moise Keane, who again is another one that hasn't impressed. Said this about a few players, but he hasn't started the game yet since lockdown. He's had, you know, little bits and pieces here and there. Let's put him in from the start alongside Dom. Give him a little bit of a confidence boost, and let's see if he's got anything. You know, 3 games to go. We can't really go any higher. You know, we could fall maybe 1 or 2 places lower at worst, but we're going to end up mid-table, which is probably what we are at the minute. So why not have a look at these players? So get at Villa right from the off. 4 attacking players on there. Let's try and force them back. You know, they're a team desperate for points but low on confidence. They won the first game in 10 at the weekend. We shouldn't be fearing Aston Villa. You've got players like Jack Grealish, who's a really good footballer, no doubt about it. But we need to put the onus, you know, on pinning them back. And I think playing those 4 front players will put the onus on us going forward. So that's the team I would pick tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments there about the team. What would you do differently? Would you include any players that I've left out there? Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. See you later.